Hello, folks. We got a report on a big partnership for Cardano. I think they're targeting 86 million new users in this partnership, and a partnership with Brave browser. Now, I think 86 million are like all the users that's ever used Brave. I don't know if there's like 86 million Brave users, and not all of them are going to use Cardano, obviously. They're just adding it to their wallet like BAT token. Now, I actually still use the BAT token on BAT. I don't actually use the browser myself, although sometimes I will actually open it up. There are quite a few active traders on there. I'm not really sure how many of them are going to trade Cardano or Cardano-based tokens. But if you can even get a fraction of those users to trade Cardano in the ecosystem, it's a big win for Cardano. But obviously, they also have Solana and other coins that are actually integrated with the browser as well. Following this, the Japanese volume of Cardano skyrocketed by 79%. So it's gaining some traction in Japan. Do I think this will have an effect on the price immediately? Probably not. But you know, and I know, and investors of Cardano know that one of Cardano's biggest problems is that it doesn't have enough users on its ecosystem. Plenty of developers in its ecosystem, but not too many users at all. And that means no liquidity. And a rising Bitcoin price will definitely get more people to use the Cardano ecosystem, but won't solve the problem entirely. So, getting a couple of those Brave users to use Cardano definitely could be a big deal for Cardano and could actually take the ecosystem off. Plus all the scaling and performance upgrades, this could actually be very important for Cardano. I am not really that sure about the Bitcoin OS stuff. I'm hoping it actually brings a lot of people over and gets a lot of hype. Haven't really seen it quite yet, but I'm definitely hoping that turns out to be a big deal. However, this is one of many partnerships that Cardano has, and I think finally they're actually working on getting more users. It used to be development and technical aspects, but I do think they've kind of changed tone and they are trying to get way more users at this point. Because you can have the best technical aspects and prospects, but if you don't have users, it doesn't really matter. And I think they are finally getting around to that point. I think the performance is there. I do actually think the number of developers is there. There's definitely, some meme coins on there, some DeFi stuff on there. MinSwap does need to see more use. If I see volume go way up on MinSwap, I see the liquidity go up. I know Cardano is headed for a good time. And these partnerships, I do think will actually underpin a pretty good effort to actually get more users to Cardano. Because, I know Brave, I don't know how many people use it now, but of those 86 million users, if you get 2 million of them to actually use Cardano, that's still a pretty big boost to the overall Cardano ecosystem. BAT is a much lower market cap coin than Cardano. So, and Brave does not actually have much of an ecosystem. So if they're looking to DeFi and stuff, they could actually come to Cardano. However, like I said, they do have Bitcoin and Solana as well. Charles has basically said integrating Cardano into Brave Wallet not only expands multi-chain access, but also enhances security, governance, participation, and overall user experience. Cardano inventor and CEO of IOHK, Charles Hutchinson, chimed in, describing the integration as a natural fit. We are not only expanding functionality for Cardano users in the age of on-chain governance, but also advancing a new standard for how blockchain networks should empower individuals. That's very nice, but I am kind of excited for the 85, 86 million users and see how many of them will actually start using Cardano. If you get a small fraction of them using Cardano, that would actually be a big win for the ecosystem. As long as I think MinSwap can actually get some traffic, and as long as there's more liquidity in MinSwap, I definitely think there are good things on the table for Cardano as an ecosystem, as an investment. And those are the ways it can get to $5 or $10. Making partnerships like these that can actually drag more users on, because the number of people adopting Cardano as compared to Sui Solana is not very big right now. and the market cap to essentially like the TVL on Cardano is not that great. So I hopefully this will actually start to fix a couple of these things. And I'm kind of optimistic that they say they have more of these partnerships in place. What that means as more of these partnerships, I don't really know. But I definitely hope that we figure out that it's like more partnerships with these companies that have a lot of users and that will actually drive users to the ecosystem. And I do think that will be a big boon for Cardano. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.